Welcome to Mario Kart. It's me, PlumCastle, and today we are going to be playing in the Waluigi Wiggler. You know, that combo that's been dead since Wave 4, yet somehow is still relatively common in onlines even to this day. So we're going to go ahead and head over to Waluigi, and of course it's going to be the Wiggler, so we're going to come up a little bit. As for the tires, let's go for the Azure Rollers because I think those look a little bit better, and of course the Cloud Glider. And we'll see what happens when we get into a match. But yeah, this combo is, well, rather it was a huge eyesore in the game because like pretty much everyone was playing it. Now, of course, it's been patched, so it's not as great. But now it's still in the games, which is kind of funny. I think Wildwood would be a good match for a first race. But yeah, I mean, people still play this combo despite the fact that it's dead, which either means people didn't get the memo, or maybe at this point, people just flat like to play the Waluigi Wiggler. However, we're going to be playing the Waluigi Wiggler in Wave 5 long after the combo should have gone extinct, and we're going to be seeing what we can do in it. Now, it's not a bad combo, it's just not as good as some of the more recent ones, so things like, Yoshi Teddy Buggy with the rollers. That's, of course, going to be better just because it's a newer build, or that's rather what's been buffed more recently. But the Waluigi Wiggler, I mean, it still has a leg to stand on. It's not completely worthless. It's just not a super common one, I suppose. Now, let's see here. What kind of map do we get? I'm going to guess it's going to be... Okay, it ended up being... I don't know the name. It'll show us in a second. It's some sort of mountain map. Rock Mountain. Okay, it's from 3DS, and it'll be 100cc. As you can see, yesterday we reached 2,000 VR, which is pretty cool. And hopefully today we can get maybe another 100 or so. Okay, so once it hits the start, we can actually try to hit the boost by timing it just right about now. You really want to hit it right when that 2 drops down because that's when it's going to be basically when you want to hit it. It's going to give you the maximum boost. And if anything, you do want to hit it a little bit late. Now we are in first. That's pretty cool. So we're going to take these turns. Getting protection here is actually really nice. Oftentimes you'll pretty much just get a coin. And a coin doesn't really help you with... there we go. I slipped on the controls again. Okay. We get a double item box, though, so let's see if we can get a trick off of something here. It doesn't seem like we can. It does seem, though, that banana hit somebody, and I'm just noticing that Mario is either doing a YouTube challenge where he has to start way behind, or maybe he lagged or something. So we're going to throw a bomb there, because let's just try to get rid of that. I can't guarantee that I actually hit anyone. In fact, I don't think I did end up hitting anyone, but that's okay. At least it's not a liability to me anymore. Unfortunately, we did miss that boost ramp, but at the same time, we also didn't get squished by the rock. Unfortunately, the CC just isn't quite fast enough to get over to those pipes over there, because I know you can do that. But going too slow means you can't really reliably get across there, unless you're willing to fall into the gorge, but that's never really all that fun. I do need to take these turns a little bit better. Now, when compared to something like, say, the Yoshi Ink Striker, for example, this combo doesn't turn quite as well in its mini turbo. I don't think it's quite as good either. It's a good combo, it's just not quite as good. So I'm like fairly comfortable with things like Yoshi Ink Striker, for example. But this combo, it's also a heavier combo, so you really do feel that. It just doesn't quite feel as responsive. Still good though, and as you can see, we are still front running pretty nicely here. We do have a bomb, which means it's not like my favorite form of defense. There is a blue shell coming, which is a little bit unfortunate, but here's a tiny trick that you can employ. We can jump off the edge here. That should give us enough invincibility frames, and it did, and that's a faster recovery. So that was actually pretty cool. We avoided that
blue shell. Well, we didn't really avoid it. Well, we kind of did. So, I mean, we still had a little bit of a recovery time, but it wasn't quite as bad as if we had like, actually been hit by it. So we're going to pick up this coin
here. I do need to get some sort of items because okay, I did get trailed like that. Unfortunately, there goes my double item box. People like to take that line, I suppose. So we're going to try to get a trick off of... Ooh, we were very close, but not quite. I think we are now in first, but it kind of depends on if someone took a shortcut. We at least hit the double item box, even though we did get hit by something. I'm not entirely sure what it was. And, wow, that person's going to get blue shelled as well. Okay, it must have been the boomerang. That's actually kind of annoying. But I think we can still manage third here. We might even be able to manage second if we get lucky. Let's place the banana right there. Nice, we did get that off. We're going to try to snipe with the bomb. Oh, unfortunately, that was not terribly great. So we are probably going to end up in something like 4th, it looks. Honestly, not too bad. I mean, we did get pretty Mario Karted at the end there. But for our first race and for warming up, I'd say 4th is, that's okay. Okay, so fittingly enough, we actually managed to get Waluigi Stadium, which is, of course, I mean, pretty funny considering we are driving Waluigi. So we're going to try to get that perfect start boost, and we're going to take the inside lines. Ooh, that PD Piranha did unfortunately miss the start boost to the extent that he actually burned out, which is unfortunate for him. Now, we are getting kind of Mario Kart in the beginning. I was almost expecting that, just given that we did kind of get in the lead a little bit early. And when you have a single item set like that, it's not necessarily like the funnest thing. We might be able to cheese this shortcut a little bit and maybe just get into 3rd or 2nd. Okay, we did manage to get 2nd, and now we're in 3rd. So I think we can get, I mean, I'm pretty sure that we can get a pretty good placement here. We are in 1st currently. That's not what I was expecting right out of the gate like that. And better yet, we have 2 forms of protection. So we're going to take this turn like this. Ooh, we might even be able to hit a boost. I'm not sure that really saved me any time, but we hit it anyway, and it was kind of fun. Okay, so we're getting, I forget what the middle one is. It's not an Ultra Mini. Is it a Super Mini Turbo? I think. I'm not sure. We're going to try to get a trick here, instantly turn around this bend, get another trick here, and get a trick here, and I'm pretty sure you actually want to come around like this. I don't know. We'll find out. Over time, I'll probably get the lines to these tracks down a little bit better. I could have sworn you could actually trick there, but okay, we got a red shell coming after us, but now we are on the shortcut. Now we are pretty far ahead. I think that was a little bit of stick drift. I definitely did not mean to drive that far to the right. And as you can see, besides King Boo, there isn't really all that much coming after us at the moment. Now, give like 2 seconds or so and someone might start to catch up, but for now, it's just Boo right there. We have 2 protection items again, and we're actually going to end up using one right here. Not too bad. Still, having 2 protection items in 1st is always a nice thing. We are currently 1st going into the last lap, and even King Boo is actually starting to fall a little bit behind. Perhaps he got red shelled or something. I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know what combo he's running, so let's use this
protection here against that red shell. We did get shocked, and honestly, not all that surprising. I mean, it does usually happen at least once a game, and this was the 3rd lap, so someone probably went ahead and used it. We're going to take this shortcut
again. It's so fun to take this shortcut because it really doesn't require much other than trying to make sure that you aim your cart correctly. But I mean, like, compared to how you would normally think of a shortcut, you would need a mushroom, but you don't need a mushroom right there. Wow, okay, so we're going to get redded here. That's a little bit unfortunate, but we have enough of a lead that provided we don't get, like, blue shelled or something, we might actually have this pretty well. And as you can see there, the person in 2nd is getting a star, which means we are front-running pretty well. We got a mushroom there, cleared off the ink, and we're going to get a hit again, but not till after we cross the finish line. I did even let go of the A button a little bit there by accident, but as you can see, we actually did manage to get 1st by, I would argue, probably like 3 or 4 seconds, which isn't too bad, especially in a room like this. So I guess Waluigi Stadium really came through for Waluigi himself. But with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the next race. Alright, for the 3rd race, we are on Mute City. Now, honestly, this map it's an okay map. It's not my favorite, but what I'm hoping is that since we did already get Waluigi Stadium, perhaps we can get Waluigi Pinball. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and not take the tightest line here. That way I can max out on coins, and plus, for the first item set, it probably wouldn't hurt to be behind a little bit just to get a slightly better item, even though we are pretty close to 1st. Okay, so we get an item. It's probably going to be a shroom. Okay, that's pretty good. That's kind of what I would have anticipated being right there. And now we are in 1st with a shroom for now. Depends, something may happen. So I'm going to go ahead and save the shroom, even though that's a short... it looks like I'm going to be using the shroom instantly, but we need to be careful not to fall off the edge there. Use a little bit of brake drifting. Probably go ahead and use the coin here. There's no real need to hold on to that, and someone could just ghost it from me. Although, maybe that's an advantage. I mean, I don't really use a coin all that well, and if someone just wants to take the coin, I unfortunately used my shroom right there at the worst time. Now, we did hit that link with our bomb, so he's slowed down a little bit, so there's now a little bit of a gap. So you can see there's like the first half, or like I suppose the top 4, and then you've got everyone else, and then there's like another gap, and then you've got someone who's way behind, but that may just be some like lag issues for them, I don't know. So let's get rid of Okay, my thought was to get rid of the boomerang so that I could get the double item box, but that actually ended up getting swiped. So we are in 4th. Honestly, given our placement right now, I'm not entirely convinced we're going to be getting first this race, but who knows? I mean, there's no point in giving up right away. I believe this one was also 150cc, so we're actually getting some faster races now, which is pretty cool. Now that they are trying to back the greens there, so I'm going to hit them with that, and I'm going to attempt to use a bomb. Okay, bomb protection actually worked. I don't know what the trick is. I think you just have to be driving straight and not turning around. Nice. The inks on this map, or what is that? The blooper, like really, they're kind of just worthless on this map because, I mean, literally the whole map is a boost panel, so it kind of gets cleaned off pretty quick. I'm going to use this to try to get myself into a little bit closer to first. Okay, well, this is pretty close. We both have bombs. So, let's see. It's going to be close. I don't know. Okay, he's getting a blue shell coming after him. Although, he's going to get me hit as well. So, let's throw a bomb back there. We may just get first. Wow. Okay, not what I was expecting. We managed to swipe first. And that was pretty close. I mean, we both got hit by the blue shell, and then I just backed a bomb to try to keep people from catching up. And we managed to snipe first. All right, so for the 4th race, it is Mario Circuit. Now, I do believe that this room has shrunk a little bit. I believe there's like 7 players left, but still, that's just enough to be worth playing in here. But if we do drop to some fewer players, we'll probably end up switching rooms. But for now, we're going to continue to stay in first. Now, it's 50-50, I think. Let's see. We did get a coin, but we can hold the coin. Actually, considering there's a double item box coming up, it might not actually hurt to use the coin right now. As you can see, there's another Waluigi Wiggler, and currently we're still ahead, but I mean, things can change at any moment. I can't tell if a shell's going to be flying at me. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to use this and actually back the green so that we can hopefully get a little bit of protection. So it does seem that that green shell did hit somebody, which, of course, slowing down the back is actually really helpful when you're in first. But when you're getting hit by those random green shells from first, it's sometimes a little bit hard. Okay, we're going to use the coin there to... Oh, actually, I think I wanted to hold that coin. I'm probably going to get a coin. Ooh, no, we didn't. We did get a boom box. That's the second time I've hit the fire. I think I've got, like, a bad cycle going on. Normally, I don't get hit by the fire, but apparently the boom box is going to get swiped from us. As you can see, there's actually not even all that many people left. I think there's 6 total in this race. I could be wrong. Oh, there was a ghost. Okay, I think there's still 7, but still. Oh, that would explain the ghost. So we did get ghosted, but I believe he took a coin, which is actually helpful for me. Now, that is a blue shell, unfortunately. I thought it was a normal shell, but it's okay. I think we can still catch up. That was a mushroom. Now they've got a red shell. That's going to be dangerous to really pass. Thankfully, I hit that. I almost thought maybe I would miss it. So there's the fire. We got to keep track of what cycle it's on. Okay, I think we're good. And let's just try to use a coin right before the double item box. And do a bit of a delay drift to take a sharp turn here. And there is a Wiggler. Cool. Big, giant Wiggler. Okay. So we can try to hit this. But yeah, I wasn't exact... Ooh, nearly hit myself with that. That would have been kind of unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunately, as well, that super horn actually got stolen from me. So we did manage second, but given the size of the room, I'll probably go ahead and find a different room. That way we can get a little bit of a fuller lobby. Okay, so I did end up staying in the lobby because it ended up growing back to 12 players, and we even got our pick of GCN Daisy Cruiser. So let's see what we can do with this map. I'm not entirely sure what the fastest way through here is, but I've been kind of going this direction mostly. So let's go ahead and grab an item here. It's 100cc, so it's a little bit slower, of course. I'm surprised that the Goombas don't really make you spin out. I'm going to continue to hold this mushroom for just a few more seconds until we reach maybe an item box set and then try to snag 2 at once, depending. Or maybe we shroom right into this one and then kind of start to get creep our way back up to, say, like first. Okay, I don't know exactly what it is I tripped on, but I must have tripped on something. Huh? And okay, we did trail that Birdo, and now we are in 5th, keeping tight lines. So I don't want to get hit by the boomerang. We are now working our way up to 3rd. I think we're just about in 2nd. We were, but we do actually manage to get a nice jet stream off of him. And let's do a trick here, or not quite. Ooh, I actually missed that trick as well. So we're going to come through here. I'm going to go ahead and use the shroom just to kind of keep up with the pack, and then I'm going to try to see how many items I can get. There we go. There's another jet stream. It's actually quite competitive in this particular part of the map, I guess. So I'm going to actually go underwater this time, even though I'm not even sure it's really the fastest, but I can get more items here. And I can also place a banana right here in front of the double item box, which is pretty cool. We did manage to get our way into first for now. Let's see. I just want to protect myself in case one of the green shells hit me. So far, I don't see anything. It does look like the Luigi there is driving a pretty interesting combo. We hit something. I'm not entirely sure what it was. I must have laid the oh, it must have been the item at the double item box. That's pretty cool. Thankfully, that red decided to pass me as opposed to hitting me, so I did actually end up keeping my protection. We're going to take a drift around here, and we're going to go underwater again just to try to get some more items. So I could back this and use the coin, and I do think I actually hit somebody. It looks like I might have hit the Inkling. Okay, we're going to use the shell here. It's the third lap. I do think we have this. Let's just throw that backwards for fun.
Bruh.
So, oh dear, I actually hit the Inkling again, and it looks like they ended up getting third. It's my best guess. It's a little bit hard to tell. Either way, we had a pretty good race. We managed to get first. It was pretty close with that Yoshi, but we did just ever so slightly manage to get ahead. And yeah, so it does seem like the Inkling got in fourth place. Okay, so now we are on New York Minute, and I do have a little bit more experience with this map, thankfully. So hopefully we can take some of these turns a little bit tighter, because there is so the map is a bit wet. So I think I'm not sure the rollers are actually the best for wet tracks, but we'll see. At least now that I know that it is wet, that I can take some tighter turns. I believe this is 100cc.
Why? 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 Why?
So we're not necessarily going like super fast or anything. I do think technically speaking we did avoid that red shell, and that nice bump actually made sure that I stayed where I needed to be. Unfortunately, we just ever so slightly missed the item box, but we're okay. We're still sitting in fifth. We're in the upper part of the vortex. Now we are in second. Okay, it seems that me is ahead of us, so let's see what we can do here. That's a coin. Unfortunately, there was not much I could do about that. That was a a boomerang, so that did hit me. Mario's throwing the boomerang. I think he's got like one more shot with it. Okay, nice. We can use the coin there to try to guarantee some pretty good items. We got a mushroom. I don't know that there's actually really a shortcut to take with the mushroom. Oh, maybe there is. I might just take a shortcut like that. And now look at that. We are in first, and we're holding a green shell. So let's just make sure that we don't get hit by, say, a red shell. So we'll just continue to trail this behind us for the time being. And then take a little bit of a delay drift around this corner to charge up a mini turbo. Okay. So we are in the lead by a little bit. This is a fairly fast track, I would say. It's pretty quick. Let's use the coin there to get the double item box. I'm not sure I'll end up hitting anyone with that, but we did actually end up getting blue shell, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I think we're doing okay still. We're still in third, and we can use that coin for a bit of a speed boost. And let's go ahead and hold the banana. That was actually really bad timing, apparently. I should have held the banana a little bit sooner. Okay, at this point, I think I should probably just go for the double item box. We did manage to have just enough speed to do the trick. That Mario got hit, and we have triple shrooms, which means we're falling a little bit behind here. Let's see if we can catch up. I do believe a red shell or a star is coming after me. Fifth. Okay, it does look like we'll end up getting fifth. That was a classic example of getting Mario Karted, but we'll play one more game in this particular combo to see if maybe we can end off the video with a win. Alright, so this last race is on 3DS Rainbow Road, and it was actually our pick because I accidentally spammed the A button a little bit too much and inadvertently picked this track, but hey, we'll take what's given to us and we'll see if maybe we can turn this into a win. I'm not like super comfortable on this track. It's definitely one of the harder ones, but we'll see what we can do. This is from, was it 3DS, so that would be Mario Kart 7. I've not played that game in a very, very long time. Let's go ahead and throw that green shell backwards. I don't think it'll hit anyone. I think it'll just inevitably end up falling off the map. But then we have two items here, one being a coin and the other one being a shell. Or not a shell, that's a banana. Either way, it'll protect us from a shell should one come. So we need to take this carefully because, yeah, I was a little bit worried that I might do that. So I'm going to throw the banana there already. to try to get 2 of these items here. Now I do need to be careful. That is a Yoshi with a banana, and we do manage to get 2 shells. Not shells, sorry, 2 shrooms. Unfortunately, though, we do get thrown... Okay, I wasn't quite sure if we'd land on the moon. Wow, I get thrown off the map and someone steals my shroom. But no worries, because another item set is coming up pretty quick, and I think we can manage to get something out of here. Okay. Let's hit all the boost panels, and let's miss the item box there real quick so that hopefully we can hit the next one. Oh, we did hit something. So we did get something. That's good. We have some shells, or we have a shell. I could hit them with the super horn, but I need to get closer so that they don't have time to super horn it. I don't know if they did or not. Now we got a fire flower, and let's go ahead and just spam this because that's always a fun thing to do. Doesn't look like it'll hit anyone other than possibly myself, but thankfully it didn't. Using some of these boost panels, it's a little bit hard to tell what placement we'll get. I'm thinking probably 3rd or 4th is just my best guess. Okay, so we have an item coming up here. There we go, we got one of them. Let's try to get a second item here. Maybe we can get, nice, a shell. Let's hit him a little bit unexpectedly. And let's go ahead and hold this banana behind us. It does look like we'll probably get 3rd or 4th. That's what it's looking like at the moment, which is honestly a pretty solid way to finish, even if it's not 1st place. And especially given that I'm not terribly comfortable on this map. But yeah, I'll consider that victory enough. But anyway, that concludes the video. And so with that, I hope you all enjoyed. And as always, have fun and good luck.